Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Ascoli, the inventress. My business is Inventing A to Z. At Inventing A to Z, I work with clients to take their products from concept to fruition, from a napkin idea all the way to the marketplace and everything in between, the right way. If you want to contact me, email me, lisa@inventingatoz.com. My website, inventingatoz.com. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Ascoli, the inventress. Welcome to my podcast. Hi, everybody. This is Lisa Ascoli, the inventress. Welcome to the Inventress podcast. Hey, sweetheart girl over there. What you doing?
Nothing. Minding my own business.
Are you minding your own business?
I am minding my own business.
All right.
Only because this is a teaser for our interview we have later on in the show. An amazing product called the Leave Me Alone Dome. And we will talk more about it. But right now, I'm just minding my own business.
You are minding your own business.
So I don't want to say speaking of minding my own business, but I have to share that I got a phone call from somebody looking for work. And usually when I do work for my mother a few times a week when I have free time, and I kind of weed through calls and stuff, I'm like her assistant. So I received a call from this young girl, probably a few years younger than me. She does different things, PR, marketing, and all that. So, and she left me a voicemail. I called her back and she didn't pick up the phone. It's like 10:30 in the morning. But then she called back very quickly. I was like, oh, great. That's awesome. So she answers the phone very groggy. It almost sounded like she was sleeping. It's like, oh, hello. She's like, oh, hi. How are you? It's like, did I catch you at a bad time? She's like, oh, I was sleeping. I was like, oh, okay.
Didn't she tell you to call her at a certain time?
Yes. Well, that's what I was getting to.
Okay.
So she's like, oh, can I call you back at whatever time? Like, okay. An hour or two went by, calls me back. Sounds a little bit more awake now. Oh, great. You're awake. Yeah. I had something to do. I don't want to embellish on that, but right there, that's strike one. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for a job and you don't answer the phone if you're sleeping, it's crazy. So go on talking about what she does. Oh, do you want to do an internship? Mm-hmm. No, I'm mainly just looking for money. But that's basically what she said. All right. That's fine.
Right.
So I kind of went on about what you do and everything like that. She didn't sound too enthusiastic. Mm-hmm. And, if it were me, I would kind of be more upbeat, positive, confident. It sounded like she didn't care. Mm-hmm. And I'm analyzing this. I'm not trying to bring her down. I'm just telling you how it happened.
Right. So, this is where you can teach. There's a lot of young people, unfortunately, who've not been in the workforce and who have not been taught how to answer a phone in business, be professional. Because certainly somebody like that, if they called me, the first thing I would say is, okay, this person is not enthusiastic enough to work, or they're not professional enough.
They sound like they don't care.
They sound like they don't care. So they're not professional enough to have, And
this is very conversational, even as a person.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good tip too. When I do my tip every single week, and I talk to people about how to send an email out, how to, sign the bottom of an email. It's the same thing.
Everything is important. So let me continue. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, you have time to talk. I can and do an interview. She's like, oh, well, I have 2 interviews in the next 2 weeks or so. So I'm going to be pretty busy. We can have coffee sometime or anything like that. I was like, okay, let me get back to you. Thank you so much for calling me back. Mm-hmm. But right there, you don't say that to someone. You don't say you have other interviews. Mm-hmm. You say I have a prior engagement, or I'll be pretty busy, or I have a blocked schedule.
Right, sure.
Something. Don't tell me that you have other interviews.
Right. That's a lesson. That's definitely a lesson for those out there who have not entered into the workforce yet. You don't understand. But this, you know what? I believe that every school should teach mandatory entrepreneurship skills or skills for answering the phone or even sales.
Manners. It's actually called manners.
It's manners, but it's, well, you know what? If you don't get manners at home, it's unfortunate. You're not going to have it in the workforce.
Just respect. It's a professionalism. And I got to tell you, she just sounded a little spoiled. Like she really didn't need a job.
Well, and that's the other thing too.
People are expecting just to have money. Okay, hire me. Please hire me.
Sure.
Like, okay, I'm here, so why aren't you going to hire me? Oh, I'm too busy. Well, maybe you don't sound important enough to me.
Right.
So I'm just going to try to end this now. So I'm
they're not
sure
hungry enough.
They're not.
And it's not everybody.
And they go to expensive schools. I'm sure she passed whatever courses, but there's no socializing. There's no professionalism anymore. And
I think there are no
crazy.
social skills in terms of getting on the phone either. The young people, they're just texting. A lot of relationships happen via text messages, and I don't get it. I'm old school. I love having conversations. I love face-to-face meetings. I still do that. And I think that we're in a different space. Not that all younger people are like that. I'm not saying that because I have a lot of young people who work with me and work on my team. I love them. They're very, very diligent, and they, do what they need to do.
Those are the ones that care.
Skills. Right.
Those are the ones that care and they want to work hard. See, I'm in a section, and I am a millennial. I can't stand that phrase or word. But I was still in the space where I do talk on the phone. In the previous jobs I've had, I'd have to answer the phone, which I'm so grateful for. And it's no one's fault really, because this is how technology is going. But I think it's the parent's job to teach the child. You still have to communicate via phone, like speaking to one another.
And like you said, manners, just having manners. Right.
And now everything's texting and even Skyping. I'm sure people do now. Emails are still happening, but that's dwindling too. Even the grammar when you send emails, it's slowly falling off.
It's less than a paragraph.
Yes, which is short and sweet. I like short and sweet,
but with respect.
Yeah,
with respect.
Right. So I had to let that out and share that.
I appreciate that because I think this will be a lesson for those listening who don't have that skill, and know that and understand that the person on the other end is really listening and paying attention. Anybody working for me and everybody who works for me has manners. And, when you're moving into a position, don't feel that it's just going to be handed to you because you're picking up the phone.
So ending on that, we have a great show. This woman is amazing, professional, creative. I love her products. Like I said, it is the Leave Me Alone Dome. The best thing since, I want to say sliced bread, and I'm saying that I'm not even that old to say sliced bread. I'm still young. I could say it's the best thing since, I don't even know.
It's a long
iPod. I don't know.
And it's kind of like a pod.
It is like a pod that works out.
It is.
So we have the amazing Laurie Hinzman White with Leave Me Alone Dome. And here we go.
Hello, Laurie.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So what's going on, girl? Really super excited about you, your new product. And just really, Brittany and I have been talking about it. In fact, she's sitting in a chair with the Leave Me Alone Dome on.
Laurie, you have no idea how much this is changing my life. It's so amazing because it's so funny. I am a very outgoing person, but at the same time, I don't want to be bothered whatsoever. I'm one of those people that will be like, hey, how are you? But at the same time, it's like, please don't come up to me. Please don't come up to me. Like, it's so funny. And I like my space. I like my privacy. And this is the perfect idea. I'm literally sitting in it right now. Like, this is perfect. I feel like I'm in my own little world in which it's meant for, and it's great. So thank you for coming up with this product. I absolutely love it.
And she does. So, Laurie, I told you when we first got it, the sample, Brittany was the first one in it. She was like, Mom, when is this being made? Done and done. I want it. I'm placing the first order now. For sure. So Laurie, let's talk about you. Talk about how you came up with the product, and let's hear your side of it.
Okay, I think it would be great if I talk about when I first thought of the idea. I was working in a huge open plan office. There must have been at least 200 or 300 people on one floor, all sitting in open space. And then on top of that, my coworkers were sitting so close to me that I could hear them breathe.
Yeah.
I could, and it was, I couldn't concentrate. I hated it. Like I would look up every time someone would get up. I would look up everyone, it was just really hard for me to like sit and focus on really detailed work that I was doing. So I felt like I just wanted a giant hoodie or something and just put it over me and like, don't talk to me. Or people would come up to me. Oh, how's your sister? And I'm like, I can't talk right now. I'm on a deadline. I'm really busy. So, I went to work every day and I kept thinking, I wish I had an office. I wish I could just, block out these people. So that was the original, thought process of, and everybody works in an open office now. It's not.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
I don't care if you're an attorney or if you're work in a bank or if you're a designer. Everybody works in open space.
Absolutely.
So,
that's the thing. That is it for sure. You're not by yourself in this feeling. Every person I've told about the Leave Me Alone Dome has said the same thing. When and where can we order it? That's for sure. And I think after the show, you'll definitely get a few orders.
Oh, great.
Without a doubt.
And another thing, Laurie, I want to say is not only for privacy, it's also good to focus, because in school, I was in a smaller classroom because it was very hard for me to focus in a big classroom setting. So it was so nice, like especially when we had to take those important tests, like they had those big, I think they're called trifolds or bifolds to block in case of cheating. I loved it when they had those because it was just, I couldn't see anything because I get distracted very easily. So this helps me focus. Concept. Yes. This really helps me focus, and I won't get little distractions here and there, because once I see chipped paint, I'll be thinking about that chipped, anything that can distract me from doing my work. So yes, that's another reason I love the Leave Me Alone Dome. It's amazing.
Well, let me explain a little bit about it since people can't see it.
Sure.
It comes in a little pouch, like a 14-inch circle pouch, and it pops up just like a pop-up tent. You pop it open, and then it attaches to your office chair just with Velcro along the seat. So you can still, adjust your chair. You can still swing around, but it's open in the front. But there's a back, two sides, and a top. So it blocks out, just the visual distractions on either side of you. And then a lot of people get disturbed also by like fluorescent lights and glare from the window. So it also would block that out. And it's great too, because you don't always have to leave it on your chair. You can, if you have a deadline that day and you need a couple hours to just really focus and get work done, you can put it on the chair and then you can easily take it off, fold it up, and, put it in your drawer. So.
No, it's a fantastic invention, Laurie. It really is. You saw the first time I got mine. I sent you a few very, very funny pictures. Even being in my home office by myself, just being able to sit and, like, as Brittany said, not look around, not have other distractions, especially when you're working in a home office. You know what I mean? You're looking at everything around you. If you have something, your desk that's not neat or whatever, you're focusing in on that instead of the work that's in front of you. So for me, I literally use it. I use it with my laptop. My laptop's on my lap, and it gives me an element of coziness also, by the way. The other thing I said to you was when this comes out, I'm using this on the beach. I know you're back to different maybe, but I'm using this on the beach, on a bench. Sometimes it's a little windy. I'm on my phone, and my favorite place is the beach.
Yes.
So just to let you know.
I mean, I did create it for an office setting, but you could use it anywhere, really. I mean, anywhere that anywhere that you can fit it on your chair. I mean, I love it I can't really go to the beach because I am so sensitive to the sun.
Right.
But if I even just sit outside, I could put it on the chair and at least not have the sun directly on me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I love it for that reason too. And just the wind and just, again, privacy, and when you're on your laptop, there's so much glare outside, right? You talk about the glare. This blocks the glare from looking at your phone when you're looking at your phone and looking at your computer.
Right. It's so hard to read your phone outside.
Yeah.
No, this 100%. I love it. I love it. And I love your journey. I love what you've done. I'm so proud of you. For your stick-to-itiveness, because it wasn't always easy, right?
It's a long process. Yes, it's a very long process.
It's a process. It's a process. And so, yeah, let's talk about where we met, how we met. Let's talk about that, because I'm trying to remember.
I heard you speak at it was like a breakfast seminar quite a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And then when I came up with this idea, I really didn't know who to go to make it work and who to manufacture it. So I called you and I met with you, and I actually had 2 or 3 ideas. Mm-hmm. And you felt like this one was the best, the most exciting. Yes. So this is my first one. The other ones are in the wings still, but and you're just you're such a great cheerleader. You're always positive. And, it's really great to work with someone who really believes in your product.
Absolutely.
And can kind of keep you on course, because there were many times where I was like, I can't do this anymore.
No, and it's great to hear that. And the listeners out there are inventors and entrepreneurs, and some don't understand the journey, the terrain. Most don't, I have to say. Until you're in it, you really don't get it. And this is why I love having inventors, no matter what space they're in the inventing process, talk about, their journey, because everybody's in a different place. And so many people, again, think it's just easy. It's an overnight thing that, all right, I see products on the shelf, and if they did it, I can do it. And they can, but they have to understand that it's not just, okay, let's get a CAD and let's get it manufactured and we're done. I look at your there's a lot to it. I look at your packaging, Laurie. You created your logo, which is phenomenal. And everything, all of the little details, and the devil is in the details. There's a lot of details. There's so many details that people don't realize. The style, the stylizing of your font, where it's put on the product, how much, advertising you need to put on your product before it's put out there. And I want to say again, I'm watching Brittany. I'm laughing because she's sitting in this dome on this show, Laurie. I got to tell you. She's sitting
Don't be laughing. This is a serious matter.
I have to share this picture with you.
I'm not cracking one smile.
And because she's quite comfortable.
I'm quite comfortable.
She's quite comfortable. But it's great. You're gonna love this. And she's completely focused on your product, and she couldn't wait to open it. And just amazing. It
was so easy to open. I love everything about it. I know you said that I met with my mom at a breakfast thing. Did you start working with her right when you met her? Did you how much time did you have with your product leading up to it until you met my mom? Where were you in the stages of the Leave Me Alone Dome up until you met my mother?
No, I had met her before I even thought of this idea. I'm one of those people that if I see a new product, I'm like, I thought of that. This has been my whole life. I thought of that. Why didn't I do that? So it's kind of a bucket list thing. I said, I want to, now I want to at least try to come up with a product that, that would help people, help people. Mm-hmm. So when I actually had this idea, and my husband, by the way, was the one who named it, which is I love the name, the Leave Me Alone Dome. He really pushed me to, try to manufacture it and sell it, because he loved it, and he just thought it was, a great product. So it was probably a couple years later that when I had some other ideas in the back of my mind. But that's, it was a couple years later before we actually met and talked about it.
Isn't it amazing how people hold on to things for so long, and in their heads? I have people who have come to me after 10 years because of whether it's fear or just not knowing the direction to take. Fear of reaching out to a company. Who's going to help you to do this? Mm-hmm. That's typically it. Who are you going to trust to I guess, put it out, manufacture and all of those things, do the sourcing and all that. And I think that's the number one. What was your reason for holding on to it for so long?
Yeah. Well, I mean, time, and I didn't know if it would really work out. And, and I really didn't know anything about manufacturing. Did I really have the money to, pursue something like this or not? And, there were a lot of questions where I didn't want someone to steal my idea and take it themselves. So I felt that I trusted you, and I felt that you had great connections with attorneys and manufacturers and engineers, which was something I had done some products in my previous life as an art director, but I didn't have contacts with any kind of manufacturing. So
and that's what most people have in common, and that's why we have the show. So you can share that, we share, many inventors come on the show and just give their input as to what their reasoning was, because everybody has different reasons. And the biggest reason typically is trust. Like, who do I, there's a lot of different invention companies out there, but who do I trust to actually take this product or the product idea or help me to do it without stealing it? And that's where stealing the idea. And that's where, all of the connections, as you said, introducing you to attorneys who I certainly can trust, and working with manufacturers who have signed an NDA, non-disclosure agreement with me, because I have to entrust you to them and your product to them, and make sure that and do all of the QCing and making sure they're doing the right thing by you. And that you too, and I also don't take every single client, you know that too. You too have been so diligent, and you just persevered, because like you said, you could have jumped off a long time ago, because it is a lot of work and you need that support. And I wanted to talk about not just support from me, but your family. That's the most important part of all this. If you don't have that positive reinforcement and the support, like you said, from your husband, and I'm sure the rest of your family, it's really hard to pursue anything like this.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to have other people believe in it besides yourself. Yeah, and even like my daughter's an interior designer, and she helped me with my video. My son's in marketing, so he's been helping with marketing. But they're just, it's not even that. It's more just, go mom, like, try this.
I love it. Yeah. Well, you need that positive reinforcement, because you don't have that, and you're by yourself in your own head. You're not going anywhere. Your wheels are spinning. Like you said, 2 years. As I said, I've had people with holding on to products, which blows my mind, for 10 years. 10 years before they said, you know what, finally I found someone I can trust and entrust in to take my baby, birth this product that you've put so much into. And you have. And yours is like a birth. When you open it, it just comes right out.
Ew.
It pops right out of there.
Well, and mine, it's not a very complicated product. When you really look at it.
Not looking at it, no. But there was a lot of details. So when people see it, I'm sure they go, oh, well, that was so easy.
But even the color you chose, like, I even love the mesh pocket inside.
I love it.
It's great.
Yeah, for the phone or your headphones.
Yeah.
Well, I hope people, I hope people look at it and say, why didn't I think of that?
Exactly. And they will.
Yes.
They will.
I did. I was like, wow, that's a good one, Laurie. No, really, really, really good. So, I mean, now you're on all social media platforms, and how do people buy your product?
Well, right now I'm on Kickstarter. My Kickstarter just started about 4 or 5 days ago, and it runs through March 6th at 11:59 p.m. And you can pre-order a Leave Me Alone Dome right on the Kickstarter. If you're an early backer, you get a cheaper price, and there's a limited amount. And then after the 50 limited amount are gone, it goes up $10. But it's still about 20 or 30% off the retail price.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So what's the website specifically? Where can they go to support you?
Just go to leavemealonedome.com, and that will redirect you directly to Kickstarter, where you can pre-order a Leave Me Alone Dome, and you can watch a little video of the product and how you set it up, and a little bit about me, and kind of the things that we talked about today.
I love it. I can't wait to get mine. I'll probably just steal this one. So, Laurie, in this segment of the podcast, we always do a product pick of the week. And obviously, since this Leave Me Alone Dome is the VIP, we are going to have you do a 30-second spot of the product pick of the week for the Leave Me Alone Dome. Are you ready for that challenge? You're going to sell this like it's a commercial.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1, action.
Do you work in an open office or a cubicle? Are you easily distracted by your coworkers? Do you find it hard to concentrate? I found it really hard to focus on my work when there's so many distractions around me. The Leave Me Alone Dome creates your own little private space to concentrate right at your own desk and on your own chair. Learn more about the solution to open office distractions at leavemealonedome.com. I currently have a Kickstarter campaign where you can pre-order a Leave Me Alone Dome. It runs through March 6th. Check it out.
Yay,
Perfect.
woohoo.
And cut.
I'm sold.
Print. That's a wrap. Whatever they say. That is amazing.
It really is.
That's great, Laurie. Awesome. So I cannot wait to tell all my introvert friends about this. And that's basically
well,
all
like
of them.
you said, it's not just for introverts.
I know, but it's amazing. I think they would love this.
Yeah.
Even at home, I can't wait to bring this at home and just not ignore my fiance, but he's gonna want it too. We're gonna have to share.
He can get online and order one.
Yeah, we'll share. So towards the end of our segment, Laurie, we ask 3 fun questions. They're random, has nothing to do with what we just talked about. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Maybe.
Who would play you in a movie?
Ooh. I don't know. Who would play me?
It could be personality-wise. You could look like them. You can kind of relate.
They don't have to be alive. Whoever you think.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough one. Let's skip to the next one.
All right. What would the name of your movie be?
A day in the life of a person with a lot of ideas.
That's great.
That's a winner if I haven't heard one.
That's a great title.
That's good. Okay.
That is definitely a great one.
So the last question is, you're stranded on a deserted island and you can only take one person with you, and it could not be a family member and it could not be a significant other. Who would you bring with you?
Steve Martin.
Nice.
It would be.
I love him.
100% be
him.
on my bucket list too. Keep on smiling, keep on laughing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he plays music too. I think he plays the banjo.
Yeah,
he has
he's
a band.
very artistic.
Yeah,
he's very artistic. I love it.
He's great. Well, this was
Very
awesome, Laurie.
So wait. So what about your social media? What social media platforms are you on? Where else besides? I know you're doing your crowdfunding, but what social media platforms are you on? Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram. Mm-hmm. I'm on Instagram at Leave Me Alone Dome. I have a Facebook page at Leave Me Alone Dome. I'm also on YouTube. I'm working on a few new videos for YouTube.
That's very helpful too. Always the
Twitter.
videos will sell your product 100%. Wait till I send you this video that I shot of Brittany putting the dome on the chair. You're gonna love it.
I can't wait to see it.
Just to let you know, I'm a bit different when it comes to assembling. I made it super hard for myself to, even though you put it on the chair. I made it way more complicated. She put it on herself first. It's like a dress I tried on. It was ridiculous.
And it worked.
I don't know why I did it that way. It was
You love it.
You're gonna laugh.
She married it. No, this is great, Laurie. We love the Leave Me Alone Dome. Everyone, every listener out there, will 100% purchase one, or at least take a look at the site and want to see what it is see what it is, and they'll definitely purchase it. So again, do a shout out to your website one more time, because I love repeating that. What's your website again, Laurie?
LeaveMeAloneDome.com.
Easy enough.
Perfect.
It was fabulous having you on our show, and we can't wait to hear from you next time.
Well, thank you, and thank you for all your help, Lisa.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime, Laurie. You have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. So that was a great interview with Laurie Hinzman White.
Yes, everyone get the Leave Me Alone dome.
Great invention. Great invention.
It's so simple. It's amazing.
Well,
I'm
you're
so
in
happy
it.
she
You're
thought of
in
it.
it right now.
I'm in it. I'm
I love
literally in it. It's great. So thanks again, Laurie, for your fabulous invention and the steps it took leading up. You know, my mom helping you every step of the way. I'm happy for that collaboration and this amazing product.
Well, you know what? It takes a great client to create an amazing product. She took all of the steps. I walked with her through the entire process. I sourced a wonderful manufacturer because that goes along with it, Brittany. If I can't find the right manufacturer to develop a product, that's a problem. But my team is fabulous. We were able to invent it with Laurie's vision. And as she said, her husband named it. She had a whole wonderful team behind her, between her children and everything else. So bringing her idea from concept to fruition, and that could be everybody else's inventions out there, and their mental inventions can come to fruition also. You know, they know how to contact me, right?
Absolutely. Guys, go to inventingatoz.com for my mother's guidance, for consultations. Please contact her. This is possible. Our AOE conference is coming up Sunday, April 19th at the Doubletree Hilton Hotel, Princeton, New Jersey. Go to AOWIE.com for your tickets. If you want to become a vendor, the window is very limited. Go on to vendor. There's a literal table on the website. Click the table. You'll know what to do step by step. If you ever have a question and you think you want to be on our podcast, email us, theinventorspodcast@gmail.com. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, literally wherever you listen. You can also find my mother on Facebook, Lisa Ask Elise, YouTube, Lisa Ask Elise, Twitter, Lisa Ask Elise, Instagram, The Inventress. If you want to find me, well, you can try to find me. She tags me in a lot of stuff, so you'll find me. Guys, thank you so much. Also, rate, subscribe, and review our podcast. Recommend us to all your friends and family. We are a mother-daughter duo. We're just telling it like it is. And
having a good time.
Having a great time.
Lots of laughs,
helping
guys.
you and just speaking everything out into existence in a positive way.
And you know what you need to do in order to get where you need to go, right? You have to lift others up. So continue lifting each other up 2 hands at a time. And sometimes you've got to use your foot. Until next time, peace.